All right, baby, show us what you got there. So cool. You're awesome.
Good reason to keep the wedding ring on, right?
Yeah, there we go.
We have been waiting 4 months for a good rain. The last 2 days, we've gotten probably 1.5 inches or 2 inches of rain. I'm trying to get the front fence finished this week. So I got all the posts set yesterday, and I came up here this morning. I can see the storm and I can hear the clouds talking to me. Coming over the hills, there's a pretty good chance of rain again today. And I'm not gonna complain about it, although I'm worried the road's gonna get tore up. All right, we're starting to get some fence stretched here. This is the first piece of chain link that I grabbed, and it's probably the worst piece, so I'm gonna use as much of this as I can and then cut out the bad parts. I don't want it quite that high. It's a little bit high right there. I may have to stretch a stringer across the bottom of it to keep it nice and tight. It's got a little bit of an arch to it, but I like it. I think it's going to look good. And if you can visualize across the very top, I'm going to put a string of barbed wire, maybe 2 strings of barbed wire. And the idea is across the front of the property, this is where the animals are going to be, the horses and the cows. So there are some points that are going to keep them from rubbing too much. But all I've done is I've ran staples, big staples, down into this, and I'm going to tighten this top piece of wire to really try and tighten it up. But while I'm in the midst of stretching out a big long piece of steel, I keep hearing the thunder and the lightning all around me. I love it. I don't have my 5th wheel anymore to go crawl into and get safe, but I'll take a nap in the truck or something. But I'll tell you this much, up here around our property, we sure seem to hear the lightning and the thunder a lot better than down in town. We still hear it in town too, but man, it just rattles off these walls around us. So it's a beautiful day. I'm happy to be up here today, that's for sure. What I've done is I've cut a post off at 4 feet. So I can lean this up against the post so I don't have to pull my tape out every time I get to a post. And I'm putting in, here comes the rain, it's about to start raining. These are big drops too. There it goes. What I'm doing is I'm putting in the staples so I can pull the guide wire first. That might be hail, there might be some hail coming. So I can pull the guide wire first, get the guide wire stretched so I can hang the actual fence off of that. So I'm gonna run staples all the way down, get the guide wire hung. I'm not going to pull it so tight that it sucks the post in. The posts are all at least 2 feet deep, but you know, this is I'm gonna have to play with this a little bit. But if I do this right, it should be a little bit less labor intensive than simply trying to get the chain link up first. So I'm going to string this. It's basically non-barbed wires, all of this 2-string wire, all the way down first at 48 inches, then I'm going to come back and hang the fence off it. I will say this is a hardwood. Thank goodness it's not quite dry. Somebody told me that when this maple completely dries out, you can't even drive a nail into it. So thank goodness it's not quite dry. Now you'll notice some of these posts are not too big around and other ones are quite a bit bigger around. What I tried to do was kind of sporadically place bigger posts in the ground. None of them are straight. I don't really care about that. I'm not after straight, I'm not after perfect, I'm after functionability. And hopefully this will last a while. But around that corner there, I tried to put them extra deep in the ground because I knew I was going to be pulling against that a little bit. You know, you can't stretch chain link. I guess you can when it's maybe 6 foot, but 4 foot, I don't think I can stretch it that tight. I'm gonna try and get a little tension on it. But I don't need it to be that horribly tight. I just want it to look good. I don't want it to be all bowed out and whatnot, kind of like it is now. So I'm gonna have to play around with it. Like I said, this was the worst piece I had. And so I've got a lot nicer barbed wire up on the hill that I'll get. But I've put those staples in where I can just string that line now. I've gotten a lot of the fence done. The crappy part is I'm running out of chain link. Oh, look who's here. Look who brought me lunch. Been waiting all day for him. Hi guys. What are we having for lunch, lovely?
Chicken and salad.
Chicken and salad.
Not homemade.
And Coke.
And
Don't forget the Mexican Coke.
What kind of like?
All those wedges. Mama hit the grocery store.
We had a rough day today with a sick 3-year-old. So
Reedy, what was the matter this morning? You wasn't feeling so good? Little Kool-Aid make you feel better?
little sugar water.
Little sugar make you feel better?
Yeah. Baby, show us what you got there. So cool. You're awesome.
Good reason to keep the wedding ring on, right?
Yeah, there we go.
So you don't like the chain link because it doesn't look like it belongs, but
El Natural.
if we got raspberries
Something like that.
all the way across the front of it, or something to raspberries and blackberries, maybe.
So yummy.
You wouldn't want to do just an ivy or something?
Yeah, I don't know how the animals do with if we have horses down here.
If we have raspberries, they're gonna eat all my raspberries.
I don't know if they probably figured it out, but if we have them thick enough, it's probably not going to matter. But
That looks like Dad's taking the tractor down to the fire so he can move some of the sticks out of the way.